Hello and welcome back. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. We're playing some M&T2. We're playing as Granada. We have a free advisor slot and we have fired the Jew, and so we will hire the alderman. The alderman named Fad ibn Jafar. Sounds good. Let's hire that dude. We can take an idea. Got quite a bit of corruption right now. It's increasing by a fair bit each year. Those damn burgers are really corrupt. Craftsmen abandon their workshops. We can spend 13 ducats to try to keep Cordoba in line. They're trying to leave again. Or we can just say, let them go. Well, I don't know how to fix it. In this province makes me like no money at all, so I'm not going to... just let them go, whatever. Oh, because they're Catholic. They just don't like us. How's our religious unity? It's fine. It's fine. In provinces, we have 100% religious unity, despite the fact that we have plenty of provinces that are not our religion. Interesting. But because we have good tolerance? Yeah, we are super tolerant. The blood tax. People of the book, secularism, policy of tolerance. We're more tolerant of non-Sunni than we are of our own peoples. Seems fine. Seems good. Standard. This is the game running on speed 3. Yep, there we go. Okay, who's doing some stuff? So the question is, do we take the idea, or do we wait? I'm kind of concerned that we might end up getting unbalanced tech soon. And I really would like to build some light ships. But I don't want to take 2 levels of Diplotech. Alright, we're going to root out a little bit of corruption. It's going to cost me prestige. That's okay. I think we can afford to lose some prestige for that. The actual financial cost is not very high. Like, what? 6 ducats a year. Hey, there's our stab back up to 1. We now have low manpower. Oh wow, rooting out corruption also lowers manpower recovery rate. I did not know that. Glad I noticed that. Huh. So... you're saying it's gonna take a long, long time, huh? Corruption. Corruption's hard to deal with. I would just really like to make this problem go away before declaring a war. We're at 67 legitimacy. We have 2 royal marriages. We can't royal marry Aragon. Legitimacy itself reduces your legitimacy, so apparently the higher you go, the harder it is to go higher. Is there any interactions we can do with these estates still to... raise legitimacy? Mercenary costs don't matter. Stability increase interval doesn't really matter. It's a fair bit of cash. Trade power abroad and trade range. I mean, these guys must have just tons of cash in their bank. 1,000 ducats. I wonder what they're saving up for. Well, they're probably going to build something somewhere. They are a huge, huge percentage of the country. They own so many of our provinces. And they're very autonomous. You know what I think would be pretty cool, actually, is if, since they do it so rarely, when they build a building, it'd be cool if you got a pop-up to let you know that they're doing it, rather than have to look for these little province indicators. I'm going to save the Andalusian people of El Congado. Give me a free claim. Could be useful. Manpower reserve needs to recover. Now that's a god-awful mission. That'll take takes 25 years to recover full manpower, so you want me to spend like 23.5 years. Assuming I was at 0. That's a dumb mission, because we can't do that for ages. Missions are not good. I don't want to wait 7 years for my legitimacy to come up. Let's see. There's no way that a royal marriage would gain me legitimacy. That's going to cost me, I think, no matter who I marry. What about decisions? Any decisions that raise legitimacy? Do a missionary expedition. Seek legitimacy from the Caliph. I wonder if that would raise our legitimacy at all. This gains us piety. Gains us yearly legitimacy. Gains us prestige. Pursue religious tolerance. I think that event just expired. I'm gonna do it again. Artist Advisor with Skill 2. That's a full end of game event. 30 admin for yearly legitimacy. Complete naval ideas. We can get 5 mercantilism. And an extra merchant. Become the Sultan of Morocco. Appropriate church property. One of the following must be true. Our ruler controls the distribution of church land. We are suffering from a religious scandal. Have negative stability. Recently convert. All of the following must be true. We need to be at war with the religious enemies in a war with a score worse than 1%. Or at war with the religious enemies and have high war exhaustion. So losing a war, or in a war just in general, but with high war exhaustion. Alright, let's try, maybe doing this. Once we get 40 ducats, I'm willing to spend dip to try to get rid of this disaster potentiality. Our heir is careful. Cool. The Pope has excommunicated Athens. Can already take military tax. Sweet. Happy merchants, trade efficiency. Okay, so the cap is actually 1768. We can already take tech 4 years at a time, but we're totally have tons of room to store points. I'm just going to hold off. I don't think we need it to win the upcoming potential war. And we actually do have enough spy network strength to fabricate on Mr. Portugal. So, eligible provinces would be these 4. No real infrastructure there. I feel like infrastructure is way more important than population. Development's, it's good, but as we can see with Cordoba, having population doesn't really mean much. They just kind of leave. It's the infrastructure that you want. And he has very little. I guess I'll take this one simply so that we can get into the next sea tile, because this is just not very good. It's not a very good province. And it has a fishing port. Wait, is the fishing port the one? That gives us the... I'm losing my memory here. There's a building that gives us the ability to trade. It's not the workshop. It might be the fishing port. Can't remember now. It's related to communication efficiency. They require a port at the originating province and the destination. Better ports make for smoother travel. It doesn't specify whether it's the military port or the trade port. I'm assuming that Just the more in general that you have, the better. Alright, let's go ahead and take that claim. And we'll top off relations with our subjects, because it's been a couple years, I think, since I did that. We could have a 2 military tech advantage against Portugal. I was raising maintenance here because these rebels do actually have unrest. Just slowing down my ability to do this. Coalition against the White Horde. Wow. What did the White Horde do? Nothing major. He's just killing his neighbors, as expected. And yet there is a coalition, so I suppose that's his own fault. It's 4 people now in the coalition. Education, 39.95. Ah, so close to the break point. It's a good thing I didn't take a idea. That's right. It's one of the things we're waiting on is tech. Or, sorry, education. Waiting on education for ideas and tech. Good to see that it's going in the right direction, though, now. We could try to interact with our vassals. I haven't done that in a while. They are 19 and 18% assimilated. Take 38 and 40 years. If they have high opinion of you, which they both do, then we can meet with them, and we can negotiate for a tighter bond, which will shrink the amount of time it takes to assimilate. I'm not really that concerned about doing it, though. I just demand money from these jerks. Ooh, their liberty desire's down. Let's have them embargo. We could do scutage. I mean, technically, he only has one unit anyway. It's a small amount of money. They're making surprisingly good income. Leon makes nearly a ducat a month. And Galicia with 1 province is making a half ducat. Good for him. And we still have 6 years of truce. Alright, state stability, 32 points. Alright, I'm not waiting any longer. I'm tired of waiting. We're going to demand some money from this guy. We're going to use that money to go on a thing with... I'm going to seek some legitimacy from the Caliph. I'm going to go talk to the Mamluk. See what Mamluk has to say. Are we legitimate or are we not legitimate? We are legitimate. Come on. Tell me I'm legitimate. Our education level has also changed. No, I can't. So we gained 5% tech cost reduction, 2.5% idea cost reduction. I'm gonna put it together like a sheet for me to use as a comparison. I want to know what these all are. Okay, anyway, it's a good change. Still probably trending upward. Not at a huge speed, but we'll get up to the next breakpoint eventually. At 65. Wow. No. You just hit 40, so at 50. That's not bad. We'll even fund them a little bit more now that we have some cash in the bank and income's okay. Wait, it's still going down? Why is it still going down even though I'm spending... I guess I need to spend a lot more here. I had assumed that a little bit of money would have been enough just to maintain, but no. That is going to be pretty much all of my money. Alright, come on, Caliph. Mamluk. Legitimize my government. We're so legitimate. Spend some money again. Diplo points. Don't do much. This effectively gives me 1 legitimacy over the annual, the year that the event is live, or effective. How long does it take to get a response from this guy? Maybe his opinion of me matters? Maybe he already just said no? Why are you so upset with me, bro? Allied to rival. Why did you... Aragon's not a valid rival for you. That's just silly. Alright, so Fez. How are you looking, Fez? He's got fewer troops than I do. He's military tech 8, so he has kept up on tech. I can take tech early, get an advantage over him. We would get a tiny bit of tactics and some infantry shock, which is really valuable because we do have a lot of infantry, and the infantry combat modifier is, I mean, that doubles the strength of our infantry. So we'll definitely take that tech if we're gonna fight that guy. And Peasants' War and this Civil War thing, I think, are just gonna have to be something we risk. If I were to end the war, I would only be taking 2 provinces. So this would be less than 10% overextension. This is already a core. 2 freaking population, that's it. And then this one, I'm not gonna hold on. I'm not gonna hold on to that. So. Oh god, it's the plague! Now, there should be something in the state to interact with the plague. Plague measures. The plague is bad, very bad for a trade nation. Is there a way to see the spawn location of the plague? Dude, there's like severe food shortages everywhere already. The plague hasn't even hit us. I don't recognize. That's a disease outbreak. I don't recognize the plague symbol. So it's hard for me to tell where it is. Let's just assume that it's going to hit us. We're a trade nation. We're on the coast. We have ports. It's going to happen. So discuss closing the ports. We could say enough sentimentality, close the ports now. We could have a crisis with the offended estate, resulting in a loss of stab. Or we could try to explain the situation diplomatically to the burghers and have them close their ports. Doing a diplomatic idea group right now, so that's not ideal. What else can we do? Restriction on trade. Then military points to close the ports. Admin points in cash. All centers of trade will have their bonuses negated. Plague doctors. Hey, legitimacy! That's what I need! This option will reduce plague damage in your provinces by 10%. That's it? That's a lot of cash. Either way, we gotta spend 50 admin, which I'm fine with. Let's just go ahead and do this one. It's a lot of cash. But I want the legitimacy anyway, so done. Alright, so the Civil War crisis is gonna be go away. It's gone, done. Solved. Which means we can freely declare war without worry. Well, declaring war when a plague is approaching. Wonder if that's a good idea. Could be, if it affects fort defensiveness. Like, if they catch the plague. It'd also be absolutely atrocious for me. And one thing I haven't checked on in a while is, does my rival have very many boats? He's got 5 transports. I've got 8 total ships, 1 galley. So we could probably beat him navally. And, what are we doing on relationship slots? We got 3 out of 4. Haven't topped off relations with you in a couple of years. Not like I can pick up another ally over here anyway. Looks like he lost a lot of his forts. Naples has called for a crusade against the Ottoman. Oh, that reminds me. Apparently, at one point, there was a crusade against me. I didn't even notice. Nothing happened. Yeah, he lost a lot of his forts, and the estates have not replaced them. We have provinces with no fort level at all. Not want to cave into my threat, huh? I think we're gonna do this. But we're gonna do it in the next episode because it's about that time, eh? Alright, cool. I'm gonna take a break here. I'll be back in the next one. As always, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.